everyone. So meanwhile we are waiting, we'll have a brief discussion on group discussion, what type of exercises can be there, and usually what type of exercises are there in a group discussion. So meanwhile, the remaining 3 students may join, and then we will start the group discussion for today. About 3 types of exercises in a group discussion. One is a topic-based group discussion, another is group exercise, and the third is decision-making exercise. The most common type is topic-based discussion, which is usually there in a group discussion. Now, until and unless your information handout and your admit cards are out, we are not sure whether there will be group exercise or decision-making exercise. But you should have an idea what all kind of exercises or what all kind of discussion participations can be there. So one is your topic-based. Topic-based GD can be open or closed GD. Usually it is a closed GD where all the participants speak on the topic. They give their views, they share their ideas, their opinions on the topic. This is a group exercise. Here 12 essential qualities or skills of a good manager are given. So firstly, in the initial 10-15 minutes, each one of you will put down your rank. So suppose one of you thinks that good communication is the first skill, is the most important skill that a person should have, a good manager should have. You give it rank 1. Then decision making, you give rank 2nd. Reliable, you give rank 3rd. And so you rank them, all these 12 qualities. Then you engage into a group discussion to come to a ranking of the group. Now, suppose one of you has given good communication as first rank, another person has given goal-oriented as the first rank. So the idea is that, let's take an example. Akhil is saying that communication should be the first priority, and Ankesh is saying suppose the other that is goal oriented should be the first priority. Now you will be giving your reasons, you will be trying to convince the others so that you can come at a group ranking. Now tomorrow you can understand that all 4 or 5 members of the group, they feel that goal oriented should be the first rank. So finally at the end you have given rank goal oriented as the first, then you move to the 2nd rank, then you move to the 3rd rank. So this is what is group exercise. The idea is what is being checked, how your negotiation skills, your analytical,
and teamwork is also being checked.
Yes, teamwork is checked, your negotiation skills, your articulation skills, convincing skills, then how good a team member you are, that is also being checked. Articulate your thoughts. For the next 15 minutes, the discussion on the topic will be so this is your topic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rohan. As per the topic, the MSME sector, recently the central government has invested a lot in the MSME sector, and also in the recent budget, the government has announced a fund of 22,000 crore for the MSME sector. The benefits of investing in the MSME sector is that it helps in the employment as well as in the exports and GDP of the country. The recently government has launched various schemes to promote the MSME sector, and so as to achieve its target of 5 trillion economy by 2030. So recently the government has invested in as initiated various schemes like in credit guarantee fund, various credit line schemes and other schemes also, so as to boost the employment and overall to
as prior to my friend, he pointed out that there are different schemes by the government to provide funds for MSME, but the ground reality is that there is a dearth of availability of credit for the MSME sectors. There are other challenges, for example, ease of business. There are loads of permission they need to take from the government. There is also unavailability of skilled workforce which they need to employ for making a successful MSME. So it is important that we need to address such challenges for an hopeful future of MSME.
Further ease down the problems regarding the Mudra, like the Mudra Yojana. There are no collateral is required for the setting up for taking the loan from the bank. And for there is no any required skill is required for taking the loan. It's just you need an Aadhaar card for that and the eligible prospect of having the loan. Just the idea of getting the loan for up to 2 lakh, it is very easy to get the loan. And for the above 5 lakhs, you need to show us that you have the some of the project already existing. So it is not that the government schemes are failing or the workforce is less. Around 60 to 70 workforce from our generation is from the engineering class, and there are many engineers. And the PMEGP is also scaling up the our youth, which also provides a certificate for that. So PMEGP also gives the subsidy of 35%, which is furthering the startups and gaining the confidence of the new generation workforce for the setting up new startups.
In the recent past, the government has introduced schemes so as to train the workers more in the sector, like as a PMEGP scheme or the PM Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Along with this, the government has launched scheme like Vivad Se Vishwas so as to provide more funds that have been blocked due to the COVID wave. And similarly, there is a decrease in the fees in case of CGTSM cover, so that more people can apply for the loan without paying the high fees. And basically, the aim is to provide collateral fees loan up to 1 crore or 2 crore to most of the peoples.
Last 1 minute, conclude your thoughts. Anyone who would like to conclude the thoughts, the discussion?
As we have discussed, right from the days of independence, when MSME was just heterogeneous sector, it slowly started emerging. And by the dawn of 2006, when MSME Development Act was enforced, there was a major shift in the economy when focus was given more to MSME. And over the last decade, we have seen a tremendous growth in the MSME sector, and hopefully by the end of 2025, we would reach our aim of 50% GDP contribution by the MSME, and by 2028, we would achieve 1 trillion GDP contribution by MSME. Actually, we all have the knowledge, but there is a problem in expressing, because we haven't practiced GD for a while. So we should try. Knowledge everyone possesses, but expression matters.
ठीक है. What about others? How do you think was the GD, your performance, and the discussion?
I think the GD was good, but we missed addressing how will be the future of MSME. I think that aspect we missed. We were addressing more on challenges and what government is doing.
ठीक है. So I'll tell you. Abhinandan started the GD. He gave a point about GD. This MSME sector has 30% contribution to the GDP of the country. So that was a good point. But this was the only point that came. And he told that it is an evolving sector. And then he welcomed everyone to speak. Probably when you are taking the initiative to start, I'm not pointing out any person. I'm not pointing out the mistakes of any particular person. But I have just written down the names in order and what I felt could have been done. So don't mind that I'm just speaking out with the names. It's for the preparation of everyone. Okay. So when we started, I think we can have a little bit of more content if we are trying to lead the GD, if we are trying to start. If starting the GD definitely gets you brownie points, it shows leadership qualities. But if you're not able to bring in good points in the first part, then the impression with which you start kind of falls flat. So probably there could be a little bit more content if you're planning to lead the interview. Then we had Ankesh talking about this MSME being the evolving sector and the plan, the target of 5 trillion economy. Then many good points were shared by Shivam. Then further good points were shared by Rohan, Akhil, and so on. Now what was missing I felt was the flow in a GD was missing. First of all of you understand why we picked up this topic. This is the most relevant topic to the organization. In fact, the experience is also asked somewhere in the MSME sector, right? So इसके बारे में knowledge होनी चाहिए, preparation होनी चाहिए. None of you defined MSME. So we missed that point, that what is MSME, what is the division when a sector is called micro,
medium and small enterprise.
तो किसी ने वो नहीं बोला. You forgot because we jumped into the things. And this acronym of MSME was given in 2006. तो उससे पहले क्या था? One of you in fact said independence से 2006 तक का, but उसके बाद कैसे आया, मतलब what was their process, that we were missing. This is what I felt. The basic चीज है कि MSME क्या है पहले हम वो discuss करें. This could also have been brought. There were a lot of good points about heterogeneous sector, about it has been divided to 3 parts, target of 1 trillion. It is the biggest employment generating sector, going in the right direction. Then there was talk about loans, about the funds that are being created. You also mentioned about the Sidbi as an organization. But see, MSME is being managed by RBI also, Sidbi also, and then we have MSME, Ministry of MSME. So many institutions are working for the upliftment of MSME sector. So this must be holding a lot of importance in the mind of government. Upliftment of people could be the lower income group, could be the rural people. Even one of you brought in the aspect of startups, so that was also a good point, because from there also in the MSME sector loans are being given to that. So this could have also been introduced. Then there was one 2021 survey of MSME. Probably that could have been brought forward. The contribution of MSME in the economic survey and the mention of MSME in the budget. These could give you additional points. In few of the schemes that Sidbi is running, that RBI guidelines are mentioning to the banks, you can also go through them for MSME. In addition to that, I'm just giving you pointers what you can prepare for this topic, how you can prepare for this topic, and how you should think. Then probably you can also check out what then the survey which I told you, it was by the Ministry of MSME. And right now there is already a survey ongoing with some international financial institution, and everyone is kind of voting or putting up their points with respect to that survey also. So if you type on Google surveys related to MSME, you will get them, or certain other issues related to MSME. So you'll have to go through those documents on the topic by RBI. Sidbi website से आप काफी points लेके आ सकते थे. Direct finance, institutional finance, which is being given, lot of schemes that Sidbi is running, and you could have a discussion on those as well. So what I am trying to say is, though we discussed a lot of points, these are few additional points which could have made the discussion quite interesting.